Hey everyone, I'm Daisy with Dherbs.com. Here at Dherbs, we get a lot of health-related questions, and today we're going to answer some viewer questions about sports injuries. Today we also have a special guest star, Rashid, who's going to read out our viewer questions for you guys. Introduce yourself.
What's up guys, I'm Rashid, and I'm a video creator here at Dherbs, and I love me some sports. Our first question comes from You Gomi Panda.
Why are you at a greater risk to suffer a concussion after the first one? I just learned this fact. Why is this?
Okay, what do you think?
Well, I know that players have to go into concussion protocol after they get a concussion, so it sounds like it could be easy to get another one. So I'll say fact.
You're right, this is a fact. Scientists aren't sure exactly why this is true because the mechanism that causes concussion symptoms isn't fully understood, but there are several strong theories.
I'm interested in these theories.
Your brain is a super resilient organ and it can generally heal itself from moderate injury when it gets enough time. So this healing is a time-consuming process, so time-consuming in fact that your brain may get back to normal with no concussion symptoms before the internal damage is actually fully healed.
So your brain is still repairing the internal damage, but it's operating normally without concussion symptoms?
Yes.
The brain is amazing.
It is. So if you got your concussion playing soccer and then all your symptoms passed, you might go back to practice with that internal damage still present. And because it's already there, a much smaller amount of force to the head is all that's needed to trigger that same tier of concussion again. An equal force to the first concussion usually causes worse consequences the second time for this reason. That's one theory, but there's another one that has less to do with biology and more with behavior. Some people get concussions because of a rare event, like a bad fall or a car crash, but a lot of people get them because they're repeatedly in a position where concussions are likely, like being an offensive lineman in football or working with ballistics in the military. In that case, the second concussion may have less to do with the state of the brain and more with the fact that the person goes back to an activity where concussions are common to begin with.
Offensive linemen, they have it tough. It's just like every play is a little mini concussion, like cars crashing.
Sports injuries focus on sports.
Our next question comes from You Pirateless.
As an athlete, I have a coach that says without a warm-up before a match, I prevent more injuries than with a warm-up. Is it true? He's the only coach in the whole club that does this. He likes to start with exercises like passing the ball or some shots to the goalkeeper. We often say we're cold. The first few passes make our bones crack, and many of us start to feel a little pain in that same arm after a while. Still, my coach says he's basing his training style on science. He says there's scientific articles that say warming up makes us more vulnerable to injuries. Is this true? Are we better without a warm-up?
What do you think?
That sounds like a bunch of malarkey. I think that is fiction.
This is fiction! Your coach might be thinking about a study that showed very extreme stretches weren't an effective method for reducing injury, but he's very wrong to think that the warm-ups aren't useful. One study involving thousands of youth soccer players found that while consistent gradual warm-ups didn't reduce minor injuries significantly, they had a substantial impact in reducing serious acute and overuse injuries. Other studies have found warm-ups actually improve explosive athletic performance in teams that use them, especially with precise control of how warm the muscles got and how long before the game warm-ups took place. So encourage your coach to look at some other sources. He's selling your team short on this one. That's all for today. Thanks for watching Fact or Fiction. If you have a question you want answered, you can email us at factorfiction@dherbs.com or message us on social media. In the meantime, like, subscribe, and don't forget to stay healthy.